Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something that I think we all experience at some point in our lives, maybe even right now. It's that feeling of being completely overwhelmed, of carrying a weight on your shoulders that feels just too heavy to bear. It could be stress from work, worries about your family, financial pressures, or just a general sense of anxiety about the future. You feel like you're juggling a dozen fragile glass balls, and if you drop just one, everything will shatter. I know that feeling all too well. There have been nights I've laid awake, my mind racing, replaying conversations, worrying about what-ifs, and trying to solve problems that are completely out of my control. It's exhausting, isn't it? It drains your energy, steals your joy, and makes it hard to see any light at the end of the tunnel. You try to be strong, to handle it all on your own, because that's what we're often taught to do. We think, I've got this, or I just need to push through. But sometimes, pushing through just digs us deeper into the mud. What if I told you there's another way? A way that doesn't involve you carrying that entire burden by yourself. It's a simple yet profound concept that has the power to completely transform your perspective. It's this: when you're carrying too much, give it to God. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Give it to God? What does that even mean? How do I just hand over my problems? It sounds almost too simple, maybe even a bit passive, but it's one of the most active and powerful steps of faith you can take. Think about it like this. Imagine you're trying to move a massive boulder all by yourself. You're pushing, straining, sweating, and it's not budging an inch. You're getting frustrated, tired, and your muscles are screaming. Then, someone infinitely stronger, someone who can move boulders with a single touch, comes up and says, "Let me take that for you." What would you do? Would you say, "No, I've got it," and continue to struggle? Or would you step aside with a deep sense of relief and let them handle it? That's what giving it to God is like. It's recognizing that we are not meant to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. We have a heavenly Father who loves us more than we can imagine, and his shoulders are infinitely broader than ours. The Bible tells us in 1 Peter 5-7, "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." It doesn't say, "Cast some of your manageable anxieties." It says all. The big ones, the small ones, the ones that keep you up at night, and the ones that just nag at you during the day. He wants to take them. So, how do we practically do this? It's not a magic trick. It's a daily, sometimes moment by moment, practice of surrender. It starts with prayer. It doesn't have to be a formal, eloquent prayer. It can be a simple conversation. You can just say, "God, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do this anymore. This situation with my job is too much for me. This worry about my child's future is crushing me. I'm giving it to you. I'm laying it at your feet because I can't carry it another step." Be specific. Name your burdens. When you name them, you acknowledge them, and you consciously release them from your own grasp. Visualize yourself literally placing these worries, these fears, these problems into God's hands. See him taking them from you with a loving smile. And then, here's the hardest part. Leave them there. So often, we give our problems to God, and then 5 minutes later, we snatch them right back. We start worrying again, trying to figure out a solution, and before we know it, that heavy backpack is right back on our shoulders. Releasing control is an act of trust. It's saying, "God, I trust that you are in control, even when I can't see the path forward. I trust that you have a plan, even when my own plans have fallen apart. I trust that your wisdom is greater than my understanding." It's choosing faith over fear. Every time that worry tries to creep back in, you have to make a conscious choice to say, "Nope, I already gave that to God. It's in his hands now." And then you redirect your thoughts. You focus on his promises, on his goodness, on what you're thankful for. This doesn't mean you become passive and do nothing. Giving your worries to God doesn't mean you stop taking responsible action. If you're worried about finances, you still create a budget and look for work. If you're concerned about your health, you still go to the doctor and follow their advice. But you do it with a different spirit. You do it with a spirit of peace, not panic. You do your part, and you trust God to do His. You work from a place of rest, knowing that the ultimate outcome is in His capable hands. It's the difference between striving and abiding. Think of it like being a passenger in a car. When you're in the driver's seat, you have to be constantly alert, watching the road, making decisions. It's stressful. But when you move to the passenger seat and trust the driver, you can relax. You can enjoy the scenery. You can have a conversation. You're still moving toward the destination, but you're not carrying the burden of getting there. When you give it to God, you're letting Him take the driver's seat of your life. This journey of surrender is a process. There will be days you're great at it, and other days you'll find yourself picking those burdens right back up. Be patient with yourself. Every time you catch yourself worrying, see it as another opportunity to practice giving it back to Him. Each time you do, your faith muscles get a little stronger. You start to experience the peace that the Bible talks about, the peace that surpasses all understanding. It's a peace that doesn't make sense in the middle of a storm, but it's real and it's available to you. So I want to encourage you today. Whatever you're carrying, whatever is weighing you down, take a moment right now. Close your eyes if you need to. Take a deep breath, and in the quiet of your own heart, name those burdens one by one and consciously hand them over to God. Cast your cares upon Him because He truly, deeply cares for you. Let Him carry the weight. Step out from under that burden and walk in the freedom and peace that He offers. You were never meant to do it all alone. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. And if you know someone who feels overwhelmed and needs to hear this, please share this video with them. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to subscribe for more encouragement. See you next time.